So how can we promote British values? A couple of examples here. This is taken actually from a document from the Key, which is a website for school leaders. There's some of the points there. What's quite interesting about how do we challenge opinions or behaviours that are contrary to fundamental British values? Okay, so what do you have in place? You know, in terms of your PSHE programme, your citizenship programme, etc. There's been a lot of debate about values, especially over the last 3 years in schools. And there's lots of organisations that have actually provided curriculum resources or structures, like the Rights Respecting Schools Award, for example, or other things. At Council, also we have a standard that schools can apply for as well, if they're interested. And again, we're talking about values education. So preparing for Ofsted, the inspectors are looking at 3 particular areas: climate and ethos, range of opportunity, development of social skills, which is quite interesting that development of social skills is actually something they are going to be looking at. And that's something I think that we certainly, those of us who belong within the citizenship arena, have been sort of pushing for quite some time. Evidence will be done through lesson observations. Okay, other activities, thank you. And also different opportunities. So it's not just necessarily in terms of the curriculum, the taught curriculum, but we're also talking about the hidden curriculum as well, and those extracurricular activities that you offer your pupils as well. Okay. What's quite interesting is that if you do have an Ofsted coming up or whatever, we're not asking you to do it in lots of detail at all. That isn't what it's about. And I've seen some schools that have gone overkill in relation to this, with big files of this and that. You don't need to do that. It's actually, a cross-representation map for some of the things that you might want to present. So something like a report, for example, and be quite succinct in terms of what it is that you are choosing to show in terms of what is SMSE. Some of the approaches that are not helpful. The thing that not acknowledge that British values might be values shared by other nations, cultures and beliefs. And particularly in our schools, in terms of our diverse communities in some of our schools, I think that's really important. Some of the positive approaches, linking SMSE, for example, to school ethos, etc. Seeing where it is within the curriculum, being quite open about it. Last 2 slides. I think the thing is, we've seen this around so many times. I think about, not to panic, I think is what I would say to school, is that most of us are actually doing this already, we just don't call it fundamental British values. Okay? I think in some places it's common sense. And I really like this quote because the whole thing about Britishness, what is it? So, I don't know about you, but being British is about driving in a German car to an Irish pub for a Belgian beer, and then travelling home, grabbing an Indian curry or a Turkish kebab on the way to sit on Swedish furniture and watch American shows on a Japanese TV. Thank you.